Hi everybody, and thank you for watching this video. After 4 years spent overseas, I thought it was time for me to get back to my homeland and enjoy some time with my sister. And what a better way to do it than by hitting the roads of France and go on a 1,500 km trip around the southwest of the country from Lyon to Bordeaux. Kayaking, hiking, surfing, exploring medieval villages, they're everything you can expect from a perfect vacation. So buckle up, relax and go with the flow. We are from the northeast of France, so it takes us a little while to reach the south, around 5 hours, with some pit stops and a couple of tolls on the way. Our first destination is to one of the most beautiful French villages in the Drôme Valley, Mirmande. Located between Lyon and Valence, it is a short detour from the highway. This enchanting hilltop village from the 1200th century kept its medieval style mixed with some Romanesque buildings. It's a perfect place to stretch your legs and give your butt a break after a few hours on the seat. You'll enjoy its narrow streets and beautiful stone facades. Go all the way to the top to get an exceptional view of the surrounding orchards and mountains. And don't be afraid to get lost through this teeny maze, there's always something cute and picturesque to find there. Alright, one of the main reasons why we wanted to go south was to reach the Ardeche region and more specifically the town of Vallon-Pont-d'Arc. The town is worth visiting, but the main attraction around this area is exploring the Ardeche River by kayak. This place is super touristy in summer. We got there a bit late that afternoon, so we decided to camp and get some rest before the next morning.
Kayaking the Ardeche. Let's do this.
You have different tour options to experience the river and can find a good deal with one of the renting companies. You can kayak from 7 to 56 kilometers, but in my opinion the 13-kilometer descent is the best option for those who wish to have fun without killing the shoulders.
Let's go!
So there we go, now we are stuck. Aurelia has found nothing better to do than getting in the water and rescue me. She's a great sister, isn't she? It will take you on a half-day journey, around 3 hours, including the 4 kayak slides and the highlight of the park, the natural arch bridge. To get an overview of the area, get your hiking boots on and take one of the many hikes along the way to reach some lookouts and see this spectacular French canyon. If you have more time to spend in this area than we had, go and explore, as the region also contains some of the most well-preserved rock art caves in the world. Are you tired yet? Of course not. I have so much more to show you. Drive less than an hour to the northwest of the region and welcome to a more quiet place. Walk through the wineries where the Coteaux de l'Ardèche wines are produced. You'll discover the rock formation called the Tétine du Vernon, which literally means Vernon's nipples. From here, you can take an easy walk to a small but magical hidden waterfall, La Cascade du Pomicou. We spent the night at this farm campground on top of a hill. It is cheap and the spot is nice for its view of the town and the valley. G'day. We left the Ardèche Canyon area and drove 2.5 hours to reach another canyon, deeply dug by the Tarn River through 53 kilometers. Welcome to the beautiful town Gorges. Like my sister just said, it takes its toll to travel. Named after the Merovingian princess Enimie, who lived there during the 7th century, Sainte-Enimie is one of the many medieval towns built along the river. With its stone facades and cobbled streets, it is just beautiful. The clear turquoise water is a bit fresh, but still enjoyable in the summer. Take the nice scenic road through the canyon to explore the other villages and go to the so-called Sublime Point Lookout. As we drove to the end of the canyon, the vibes were changing and a Gallo-Roman scenery welcomes you. Monks and priory members cultivated roses there a long time ago. Welcome to the village, Le Rosier. We visited the nearby village of Mostuéjouls the next morning before hitting the road south to the town of Millau. "40 kilometers south of Millau, there is a particular place that you absolutely don't want to miss. Another beautiful French village, La Couvertoirade. Those impressive towers are part of the rampart protecting this surprisingly well-preserved fortified village. Lucky you, you won't have to fight to get in. Just go through the gateway to explore the medieval streets of this place, founded by the Knights Templar during the 14th century. The Mediterranean town of Valras was just an hour away, so we called it a day and drove to the beach. Welcome to the campground. Crochet végétal. We headed west to the Pyrenees ranges through the Occitanie region to reach a World Heritage Site, the medieval citadel of Carcassonne. 2,500 years of history. Its walls were occupied by Gauls, Romans, Visigoths, Crusaders, and now us. What we did next wasn't part of the plan. Even though I spent so much time in Australia, I couldn't resist saying hi to some French-born kangaroos at the Little Australia Park of Carcassonne. Look at that. Sydney. Where am I? Oh my god, I'm gonna spend all my money on those didgeridoos. Jimmy wouldn't be happy.
veux bien.
Goodbye fake Australia and good morning Pyrenees. We drove 2 hours through green mountains at an altitude of 750 meters to the village of Aulus-Les-Bains, from which we hiked to the Cascade d'Ars. It's raining, and it doesn't matter because we want to see this waterfall. It's a cascade actually. It's an hour and a half away from the car park and it's under the trees, so it's not so bad actually. I'm going this way. See you in an hour. Two hours away at the foot of the southwestern Pyrenees, we arrive at the town of Lourdes. Occupied by the Romans, Muslims, then the English for nearly half a century, it was finally captured by the French during the 100 Years' War. This place became very famous in 1858 when a 14-year-old girl reported having visions of the Virgin Mary in the nearby Massabielle grotto. Because of her visions, in 1883, the Basilica of Our Lady of the Rosary was built on top of this grotto. Its underground spring is said to have miraculous qualities. Today, millions visit each year what is now the site of the largest Catholic pilgrimage in France. But we did not come here on a pilgrimage. We visited this town on the way to the village of Gavarnie, in the Hautes-Pyrénées. From where we started a 3-hour hike to the wonderful Cirque de Gavarnie, home of the highest waterfalls in France. We still had some energy left, so we decided to end our journey with one last trip to the city of Biarritz on the west coast of France. Unfortunately, no camping sites were available since it was Bastille Day, so we found a cheap hotel for the night at Bayonne. Which was perfect to enjoy the fireworks and some delightful local dishes. La friture de la plage. Commandeur. Le jambon du pays. The next morning we passed by Biarritz again to have a quick visit, but did not stay too long because that day we were craving for something much more exciting, trying to surf in Hossegor. Some call it the surfer's paradise in France. It is also home of the Quicksilver Pro France competition, but you'll quickly notice that we are not pro at all. No. Wanna try surfing? Try! Okay, the first time wasn't great, so let's grab a juice and try again later. The next morning we followed a scenic road along the west coast to another great surfing spot, Biscarrosse. That day the waves were much better and I was so happy to find this Kiwi company that reminded me so much of New Zealand. The conditions were perfect. On va surfer. Retourner. Alors, quand la vague elle arrive. Okay, if like us you like beaches and sand, you'll want to go 25 minutes further north to the tallest sand dune in Europe, la Dune du Pilat. Also sometimes called the Sand Monster. Climb it and you'll see the stunning Carcassonne Bay from the top. Alright, this is the last stop. I couldn't give justice to the beautiful city of Bordeaux because it was time for us to head back home, unfortunately. I'll give you a glimpse of its beautiful architecture, and if you ever go there, please don't forget to grab me a bottle of wine. I hope you enjoyed this video and had a good time. Thank you very much for watching. It was a pleasure for me to share that with you. See you next time and vive la France!